What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Damn. Do I need to put some light on? Can y'all see me good? I almost fucked up. I know it's 6:04 and I didn't plan to be late to my own damn live. So what up, what up, what up? Matter of fact, how about I give y'all a little time to get in here. Let me finish getting my shit together, y'all. I had a day. I had a day. A Sunday. So let's relax a little bit together. Get y'all little, get y'all shit together. I don't mean to say little, like, to like in a negative connotation, but get your shit together so we can sit down and chat. Cause I'm gonna tell my motherfucking side of the story. All right, so let's go. Let's get it. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Maybe I need some more light. I don't know. It's still bright outside though. I mean, I guess. Hold on. Let me just see. Oh no, that's not okay. Well, all right. Live in the chat. Live in the chat. I said 6 o'clock. If I'd have known y'all motherfuckers was gonna be late like me, maybe I would have been later. Well, first of all, look. Do you see them waves? Do you see them waves? And I just wet my hair because I'm relaxing. So I came out of the shower and I just wet my hair. Baby, look. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. When I do what I gotta do and lay them down and put the do-rag on it, baby, you're gonna be good to go. Mucho bueno. You hear me? Okay. Shout out to my Dominican family. Shout out to my Dominican peoples as like family who gave me a silent permission to put my fucking pots in the oven. That's the new dish rack. The oven. Yes. All right. I'm gonna talk about my side of the story, and I just I need to get my mind right because I'm that was a hard space and a hard time for me. And I moved on so far past that sometimes I really don't want to go back there. But in the healing process, you got to do what the fuck you got to do. I don't always feel good. It doesn't, most of the time, it don't feel good. Other times it's draining, stressful. I was ripping and running so hard. Look, I need to do my nails, still ain't do my damn nails. Okay. Yes. Thank you, all 53, might be 54 people, y'all, right now who subscribe to my channel. I thank y'all so much because that was dope. They put this fucking bum ass restriction on YouTube. I'm talking about some bum ass restriction. So whenever I'm in a car and I'm going to work, I got a little travel time, and sometimes I like to go live, and I can't go live from my phone because, hi baby, I saw that. Hi sis. I can't go live from my phone because they saying, oh, you need at least 50 subscribers. And I was like, well, what? 50? All right, so I reached out to the people answered up, and I just thought that was dope. I really, really thought that was dope. And I just want to throw in a sidebar. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to throw it in anyway. If we could show up for each other like that, Can you imagine the shit that we can get done as a people, as a unit, as a culture? All right. But I'm not gonna go on Malcolm X and shit. And power to the people. All right. Right. My side. 2007. August 2007, I had a birthday party at my home. I was living in Brooklyn, New York, on Decatur Street. 2007, I had a party in my home. I believe that is the night that my handsome baby son, Tobias, was conceived. He was born in May. Cinco de Mayo, right? That's his birthday. My birthday's in August, so August I had the party. October, November. I was awaiting a phone call from a doctor. I can't get into every single detail, even though I'm going to try, because it just takes me to a space that's difficult for me. Okay. So, November 2007, I was waiting for Mr. Jeter to call. I was waiting for him to call because, he was out of town on business. Right? He was out of town on business. And mind you, this is 6 years into our relationship. So he was out of town on business. And I was waiting for him to call because I got the clarification from the doctor's office and numerous round of tests that I was pregnant. And he was out of town on business. And so I was waiting for him to call me so that I can tell him that we were having a baby. And when I got the phone call from him, it was the weirdest thing. And I'm going to try to take you to that moment for me. I am pregnant. I'm working at school safety at the time. I had a small squad with me, consisting of one level 3 and 3 level 2s. If you are in the NYPD school safety field, you know what that means. We were roving and patrolling. That means we go to different boroughs, different schools, do perimeter checks, hallway checks, etc., etc. All right, that's the job I had at the time. So right before we were about to enter a building in Lower Manhattan, I cannot remember the school, but it's right off the West Side Highway. I think, yeah. So we were about to enter into a building, a school building, and my phone rang, and I look at the phone, and it was Mr. Jeter. So I was, of course, excited, right? And I answer the phone, and I'm trying not to jump. I'm trying to control my excitement, so I'm not trying to jump in the conversation. And he's talking to me. He's telling me, I'm like, "How you doing?" Blah blah blah. He's like, I'm not okay. And I'm like, "Well, what's going on? Why are you not okay?" I have something to tell you, but before I tell you, you go first. What's going on? And he said to me, his exact words was, "I know that I am supposed to come home this week, but I can't come home this week." And I was like, "What?" So now my heart starts beating fast. Anxiety is flaring up. And at the time, I don't know that it's anxiety. My heart is panic is setting in. It's not anxiety, it's panic. Panic is setting in. My heart's starting to beat fast. And I'm like, "What? What you mean you can't come home?" So now automatically I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? And he's like, listen to me. Listen to me. I just can't come home right now. I got in a little bit of a situation, and I won't be able to make it home right now, but I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home. And at that moment, I couldn't control the panic. So I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Talk to me. What the hell is going on? Why are you not coming home right now? But my intuition was way up high. So it was nothing about another female, nothing about another woman. He's like, Tanea, calm down, listen to me. And he's telling me to listen to him. Let me take you where my mind is at. There was this ringing going off in my ear. You ever know when you ever been in a moment when your hearing is testing you? At least that's what they say. Your hearing is testing you, so it's like a high pitch ting kind of sound that's going off in your ear, right? That shit was on like 10. And I'm on the phone with him and I'm really trying to hear what he said, but I don't know what the fuck he said because that shit was in my ear so loud. And that's all I remember. That's all I remember. I remember my partners came back outside and he was like, you know what? They ran over to me. I apparently was on the floor, sitting on the floor. And they ran over to me. So I assumed that like I blacked out for a minute because I think the stress of it, you know. So I blacked out for a minute. So they came over to me. They was like, you know, what's wrong? Why you? I was uncontrollably sobbing, crying, whatever the case is. Because I was just under so much stress at the time. Because who I was absolutely, totally, wholeheartedly in love with, and I thought that we were in love, was just saying that there was an emergency and he wouldn't be able to come home. Well, okay. So we're gonna fast forward, you know, a couple of months down the road, and I'm getting pieces of the story. I get bits here, bits there, you know, and for the most part, for legal purposes, I basically had to put the story together myself. And that's what I did. While he was away, I said to myself, I gotta step my shit up because there was a large piece. I felt like there was a large piece of me that was missing. Right. So he had to go away for a while. I stepped my shit up. I started taking every test that I could possibly fucking take. And stepping my shit up, right? Because I was so distraught and so distressed. Under duress, let me tell you what I did. I gave my life to God. My big belly, got down on my knees and I told God, I will put in the work. You know me. You know my heart. You know your daughter. I will put in whatever work I need to put in. I just need to be able to take care of my children. All right. I realize now in retrospect that this is trauma talking. Trauma because our parents did the best that they could to raise us. They did the best with their own resources, which wasn't much. They did the best with their knowledge, which, with no disrespect to our parents, wasn't much because they were young, like we were young. And you got to learn along the fucking way. And I don't ever discredit my mom in any type of way because I know my mom did the best that she could. And I love her and have a lot of respect for her because of that. But it took me a very long time to see her as human, as Antoinette, and not just as my mom. No. So in raising us, there was struggle and things like that. And so that shit sent me into panic mode. And I just was like, so I doubted my pregnancy. I said, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I don't want this type of life for me. I don't want to have kids running around, no daddy. I'm doing everything. Like basically the life that my mom had, I didn't want it for me. And I don't want to take anything away from my mom. I'm not taking anything away from my mom. I just was like, early on in life, I had decided that there were generational things, curses that I wanted to break from young. I don't have the knowledge that I have now, so I couldn't apply it back then. I just knew in my mind what I did not want for me. I did not want to have kids with the father not there. I didn't want to do that. Okay. So, me and my grandma, we had a conversation. I went to get a sonogram to see how far along I was. We had a conversation. I love my grandma very much. I love my grandma very much. So it was me, my grandma, and Ty. We went to have a sonogram. And in um, the sonogram confirmed how far along they figured I was. It even gave me the sex, So, okay. And it was a confirmation. And I was just in this space, this really bad space. So I was like, yo, I don't know if they do the old school abortions like they used to, but the abortions used to be, I don't know, you had up until I think like 3 months. And if you was farther along than that they could still do it, but you had like to push a dead baby out, all this other shit. Like it was just so much shit going on through my head. But to make a long story short, my grandma told me that, let me tell you something, baby, that's just not what we do. We don't kill life. We preserve life. We are life. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about it, because if you're worried about help, you have help. We are going to help you with that baby. We are going to help you because that is our baby, because you're our baby, and that baby in there that you got, that's going to be our baby. And I'm going to pull every resource I got, and your uncle's going to pull every resource he got, and your brother's gonna pull we're gonna all pull together. We're gonna help you with this baby. So I don't want you to worry about that. And because I went to God, it's like he was answering me through people, and the shit just made me break down and cry. I was like, that like snot crying. Okay, so I'm having a baby now. I'm having a baby. Mr. G isn't there. I'm having a baby. The space I was in, it was crazy. But so every Sunday, every single Sunday, every Sunday from that Sunday on, for my whole entire pregnancy, I went to church, because church was my salvation. Church was my safe space. Church was my breath of fresh air. Church was where I felt closer to the universe. I needed that in that time. Now, let me just put in the sidebar, because, people will say, that's not no problem. Or, people have different problems, and maybe my problem may not be severe as other people, but I'm not telling my story to be in comparison with anyone. I'm telling my story because I'm trying to find answers in my healing process, some type of way. All right. So my pregnancy was very hard for me. I cried almost all the time. Now, I know your hormones is at an all-time high rate. I know that. But this man was like everything to me. He knew, he was like my best friend. I think I knew early on that he was a soulmate. At least that's the way I felt, because I've never, ever, ever felt that way about anyone else. Never felt this way about anyone else. So I'm having a baby. And I want to name some of my girlfriends who were there for me at the pregnancy, during the pregnancy. They gave me a baby shower. It was just like the greatest thing. And then I was working at Thomas Jefferson High School anyway, and I couldn't be on the floor and things like that because I was pregnant. So I was inside of the office with the level 3, and I would just do a lot of radio transmissions or transactions and things like that. And the level 3 eventually gave me a baby shower. It was just like the best thing. So God was showing up for me, and I felt so grateful for that. Went to church every single Sunday. I felt like I had no choice. We all have choices, but I was just so distraught. I'm telling y'all, when I tell you I was so brokenhearted that I couldn't even see. I couldn't even fucking see. The relationship with my oldest son struggled. He doesn't really recall. He was, because I didn't take anything out on him. It struggled because I couldn't fully be in the moment of anything going on with him. That's how, during my pregnancy. We're gonna fast forward. I'm not gonna go bit, but we're gonna fast forward to the 13 years. I made every fucking commissary. Now, it was a financial struggle for me. Anybody that is in school safety, well, barely knew. I don't know how time goes in school safety, but anybody barely knew in school safety know that you ain't making no motherfucking money. You paying your bills, and that's all the fuck you're doing. Okay? You're paying your bills. I was, still fairly new to the job. I was paying my bills and managing some type of overtime, doing overtime. I had my grandma, my uncle helping me with the boys, so I'm so forever grateful for that. They would babysit and watch them and make sure they was taken care of and slept and made sure Ty got to school on time. And they were the parent when I could not be. And I was doing overtime, and whatever little bit of extra I had, I'm telling you I needed. But when I tell you that I did the best that I could to make sure that he was okay. Until I got corrections. Now, let me just backtrack a little bit. I asked God for a way. I said, I'm going to put the work in. All you got to do is show me the way. So I took every motherfucking city test. I took everything from transit to post office to corrections to PD. I took every fucking thing because I needed to be where the money was at. And they all called me back, but PD and corrections was paying the most as far as my research. PD and corrections was paying the most. And ultimately, I ended up going with corrections. We could talk about that later on why, but I went to corrections. But for about 2 because when I went to, I've been at corrections for 11 years now, 12 years now. So I went to corrections, but not before I struggled like a motherfucker. So, okay, we could jump back to the present where I'm speaking at. I made every commissary. Raising 2 boys on my own, financially, holding my own, struggling. I couldn't make every visit. It just wasn't physically possible. But I visited. I saved my little coins together. I took me and them babies out there to visit. There was never a time that man called me. He could not speak to me. There was never a time that he called me that he couldn't speak. I answered every phone call. I don't give a fuck what time of night it was, day it was, where I was. I answered every phone call. I ached for a very, very long time. I was traumatized for a very, very long time in the waiting process. All I knew was that the hood taught me that, when your man is down, you gotta be a rider. You gotta be a rider. You gotta be this type of bitch. You gotta be this type for your man, for your nigga. Shit. You know? So that's what I call myself doing. Because I was in love, honey. I was in love, and I wasn't going to leave my man in there to get eaten the fuck up. No, I was not. I was going to make sure my man was good. I was going to make sure these babies was good. I was making sure everybody was good except for tonight. Yeah, I did not do that. But at the time going through this, I thought that's what made me good. I said, if everybody that I love is good, if I make sure everybody that I love is good, then I'm going to be good. That's what I told myself. 13 years later. So September 23rd, 2020. He comes home. Let me just backtrack. A little. 2018. I can't remember the exact month. 2018, he had a board. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He had a board. They said, it's possible he come home early. I'm with it. He needed letters to the judge, to the parole board, on why, who he is, a little bit of history, what you think he learned, blah, blah. Right. On my days off from corrections, because I eventually got the job. Thank you, Creator. Oh, God, I thank the Creator. He listened. Let me tell you, baby, he ain't on your time, but he on time. You feel me? Okay. So I sat down at my computer, and this had to be maybe for about 10 hours, writing letters for 6 family members. Me, my son, my uncle, his mama, his brother, a girlfriend. I wrote all these motherfucking letters to send out to the motherfucking judge, trying to convince these people why my man should be home early. Well, he didn't tell me, but his family and myself was in touch, and his brother told me that he didn't make the board. Child, I thought somebody shot me. That shit hurt so bad to hear that man tell me that on the phone that he didn't make that motherfucking board. Child. And it wasn't about the letters. It was just about the time. The time. I felt like he been going long the fuck enough. Time for him to come home. Didn't make the board. Went boo-hooing to my uncle, which he's like my best friend. Went boo-hooing. Well, he said, well, sis, let me tell you what I know. You usually don't make your first board, but it's a high probability he'll make the second. Cool. He had to do another 2 years. So maybe this was 2017. Let me say that. Maybe 2017, 2018, first board. He had to do another 2 years. He He came back around. Board came back up. Passed the board. They said, all right, you could go. Go on. You could go. Child. At that moment, I felt like everything in my life had changed. Okay. Get your glasses. Refill your glasses. We're going to be here for a minute. Damn. Half hour. Okay, so I'm going to try to speed this up, because I'm going through emotions and shit too. He made the board. September 23rd, 2020, he came home. It was one of the highlights of my life. 13, I'm going to say 14, to be honest. 14 years in a prison. 14 years locked up. Because it was over 13 years. 2007 to 2020. Well, okay, you could say 13. 13 years. He was locked up. He got his freedom. I did what I needed to do to get his motherfucking plane ticket to make sure he was good. Fuck that. The king is back. Okay, he back. I got his ticket. I got t-shirts made. We met him at the airport. And I could not believe my eyes when he came off that plane. I could not believe I'm like, oh my God, he is here. He is the fuck here. I felt like I hit the motherfucking lottery. He's here. Okay. And it seems like after we got home to my apartment then in Brooklyn, New York, I was no longer living in Bed-Stuy. Now I was living in Ocean Hill, which is a political terminology for Brownsville, but it's right before you get to Brownsville. See, they started building up the hood. So in the process of building up the hood, right on the borderline between Bed-Stuy and Brownsville is this mini area that they was building up to try to make the hood look glamorous. So they changed it from Brownsville to Ocean Hill to make it sound more appealing. But that's because it's between Fulton Street, which is a famous strip in Brooklyn, New York. So Bed-Stuy ends at Fulton Street, but Ocean Hill starts on the other side of Fulton Street. Then you have Atlantic Avenue, that's still Ocean Hill. Then you have Eastern Parkway. Now, once you get to a certain point in Eastern Parkway, you're in Ocean Hill. You cross Eastern Parkway, now you're back in Brownsville. Ain't that some shit? Okay. So, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fairly well for myself now because I have a different job and the job pays and I'm doing everything that I need to do to maintain the family. This is over the course of 13 years. In the 13 years that my man was gone, I found myself. I found who I was between going to church and having plenty of time to sit by myself, which is why it doesn't bother me to be by myself. I found now who Tanea was in that time. I found me. And I'm so thankful for that. And, well, the separation came because he don't really care for who Tanea is now. That's what it is. But that's another date and time. We'll go through that. And I'm just saying that in the 13 years that he was gone, I felt like I was doing everything right by him and for us. In retrospect, I believe that I was the only one on that page. I was the only one thinking about us collectively, us. I was the only one because his actions don't and did not say that to me. I am an action figure. That's the woman I am. You can say what the fuck you want to say to me, baby. If you ain't showing that, then what the fuck you saying ain't shit. I wasn't always like that. I was a word is bond type of girl because my family raised me in that era. My family raised me in the era is your word is your bond and your word is all you got. And I went by that for a long time. But in becoming a woman and showing dedication and loyalty to people that I love, I transformed into this woman that was like, you know what? What are words without action? Faith without works is dead. The spirituality always comes back to me. Always. Faith without works is dead. So what is words without actions? So how the fuck I could say I love this nigga if I'm not going to be there? How the fuck could I say I love my children if I'm not going to take the responsibility for their lives of being a parent? How the fuck can I say I love my sisters and when my sisters call me if they need an ear, if they need loose change, if they need certain things, I can't do those things. So how can I get these two to coincide? I have to be that. I have to be that. And that's who I become. And that's why even in confrontation, in any type of confrontation, you could say whatever you want to say. Long as your actions don't follow. Bitch. Fuck that bitch up. Long as the actions don't follow. Once your fucking actions follow up, then I know you a bitch about your word. And we'll handle that shit. I'll handle that shit with you when we get there. But all that talking, I'm not. I'm an action. I'm a woman of action. And that is why I was so hurt when he left. Now, it's so much to this motherfucking story that I want to say. But let me just say this. When he left this time, I got to thinking about who I become, my value, my worth, and why was I so accepting of excuses? Saying that you love me when your actions are not showing that. This is the kind of woman I am. I know people are different. I know everybody individually is different. See, when he came home from that big baby, I was proud. I was proud of him. You know why I was proud of him? Okay, we kept up this bond over the 13 years. Letters. I always wrote. Always sent pictures. I never for once wanted that nigga to think or feel like I was leaving him behind. I needed for him to know and understand that we was a team. And although I'm not in his prison, I'm still in prison to a degree because that's who I want to be with. So there was a large portion of my life that I put on hold because that is who I wanted to be with. And as far as I knew from what he told me, he wanted to be with me. And so all of this shit made me feel like I was doing the right thing, staying there. And, I felt that way. I felt that way in my heart, that I was doing the right thing for me, for him, for us as a unit, separately and individually. And so I couldn't quite get the mistreatment. I couldn't understand the arguments, the basis of the arguments. I couldn't understand why we couldn't get along, because I had this preconceived notion in my mind that he, of course, have to readjust to being home. But nigga, you got me, I got you. I done built certain things up for us. So it's going to be me and you against everybody the fuck else. That's how it's going to be. That's what it was in my mind. But that's not what he was showing me. What he was showing me is that it is him against me. Let me tell you why I was proud when he came home. That's a black man. That's a black man that I was in love with. As far as I was concerned, he was a motherfucking king. Okay? I was proud because the relationship that we managed to maintain was all right. It was all right. We did the best we could with what we had. The communication we had, the finances we had, we did the best we could. But I was proud because he made it home in one fucking piece. He didn't have a cut on his face, a cut on his motherfucking body. That nigga, the judge said he did not get one write-up from no officer in 13 years of doing time. Plus, on top of that, our communication, he appeared to be in his right mind. We talk on the phone, he good. I get letters from him, he good. Baby, I was so motherfucking proud of that man because I said to myself, my motherfucking man did that. That motherfucker went through that concrete jungle and came out a better motherfucking man. There's not many that could do it. And I was proud of him for being able to do that. I was proud of him. I said, damn, baby, you did it. Not just, okay, you did the time and came home. You got your mind. You got your heart. Made it. And I was proud of him for that. And so, us not being together is not, it's not necessarily a bad thing. The events leading up to us not being together is the shit I got a problem with. Did y'all see the movie Harriet Tubman? About Harriet Tubman? Harriet Tubman, of course, was a slave. I know that. And she was saving up her money to buy her freedom at the time. She got married. She was saving up her money. She was married. She hid the money from the husband. She hid the money because she said, I'm going to buy my freedom and I'm going to buy his. And we're going to be all right. And she went to do some work and she came home one day and the money was gone. And she asked her husband, where the fuck is our freedom money? And he said, I went to buy me some wine. You had all this money laying around here all the time and you can't do nothing to make me feel good? Our ancestors went through what they went through for a reason. I'm not going to be Harriet. Since our separation, I found out some things about myself. And I have a new sense of freedom. I plan on keeping it. It doesn't mean I don't love him because I do. But I also think I was in love with a ghost. The man that I love, he's no longer that man. And he can't. And he won't ever be that man again. I had to come to the reality of that. I miss that man. I made this channel because I want to heal. I want to move forward. I will move forward. Because he's not ever going to be that man again. I've accepted that. I've accepted that. I still think it's a high probability that he's my soulmate. I just realized with soulmates is that no matter what lifetime we in, we'll find each other again. This lifetime ain't for us. Because I'm not going to be mistreated. I don't deserve to be mistreated by any fucking one. Excuse me. Not even a bitch that accused me of stealing the fucking watch. Bitch, that's enough. We're going to do a live about that too. When I'm in with you, I'm all in. I ain't just 10 toes down. I'm 10 toes, 10 fingers, mind, heart, body, spirit. I'm all in. I'm for you. I'm with you. What we doing? Betrayal is a motherfucker. And when you are betrayed, it not only hurts, it awakens things. It awakens things. It awakened me. And I've learned my lesson. And I'm not going back. I'm not going back. People have this fucking preconceived notion, women, sisters. It's like to be strong, we got to hold everything in. I'm not holding a motherfucking thing. I'm not holding it no more. It's hurting me to hold it. There's so many emotions going on inside of me. I need clarity. I need understanding. I need to talk to someone. I need a release. I'm not going to be holding this shit in so I can appear to be strong. Bitch, if putting my emotions out there and trying to get some type of perspective means that I'm weak, then let's look at this now. Who the fuck is the fool? You think I'm a fucking fool because I'm real enough to stand on my own shit? To each his own. Ain't nothing foolish about internet, daughter. I still care very much for Mr. Jeter. You don't go to stop loving people overnight. You don't stop loving people because shit didn't work out in your favor or shit didn't work out the way you planned. I'm sure it'll take time. Hi, Pebbles. But I'm not going back. The 10 months he was with me, because it's been a year now. September 23rd made a year he's been home. But the 10 months he was with me was so hard on me. I'm not going back. I'm not saying that people can't change. I'm not saying that he can't change. Let me stop speaking in third party. So I'm not saying that he can't change for the better or whatever. What I'm saying is that my logic, I'm an earth sign. Virgos are very down to earth, very realistic. We are signs of logic. My logic is 13 years of your absence, and all you really had was me. And in your return of 13 years, if you don't know what you had in your absence, you ain't gonna fucking know what you got as a present. There's nothing I could do to change it at this time. I look back in retrospect and see the whole relationship was one fucking sided. I carried us through. Based off the love I had for you. You didn't fucking carry us through. You left me once 13 years ago. You left me again. Us. Your family. The people that showed you the most loyalty and the most dedication. You motherfucking left us. You went all the way back to the motherfucking West Coast. And you think I'm still supposed to wait. 13 fucking years I waited for you to return. I put a portion of my fucking life on hold. And let me tell y'all something, some real shit. I'm sick of these niggas talking about what the fuck happened when I wasn't home. When I wasn't with you, what the fuck you was doing? Real shit? Real shit? G shit? Whatever the fuck happened in his absence ain't his motherfucking business. It ain't nobody motherfucking business. I stayed loyal to a motherfucker for 13 years that wasn't even my motherfucking husband. He was my baby daddy, but I stayed there. I thugged it out with the nigga. When he came home, I made sure he was good. When he was in there, I made sure he was good. And after he came home, I made sure he was good. And I always made sure the nigga was good. And so, motherfucker, don't hold me to what was going on when you wasn't fucking here, because you wasn't fucking here. Nobody ever came and showed face to disrespect you. You never felt uncomfortable any motherfucking where we went. And on top of all of that shit, you had shit lined up for you from the day you walked out that motherfucking gate on September 23rd, 2020 and landed. You had shit lined up for you until this motherfucking day, until you packed up your shit and left. So don't come at me about what the fuck happened in your absence. You know what happened in your absence? I found myself. I found who the fuck Tania was. And you know what? You didn't even respect that. I thought he would be fucking proud of me. He wasn't even proud of me. I thought he would be happy for us, because every motherfucking thing I accomplished physically, meaning like the house and the cars and all of this shit, I did this shit after he came home. And I did it because I kept telling myself, you know what, I'm going to show him. Fuck telling him, yeah, he know I love him, but I'm going to show him, and I'm going to show him things, and I'm going to show him, because you know what, maybe if he see it, then he'll know how fucking really real it is. But you know what, I'm sick of these niggas talking about, you know what, if you really love him, fuck out of here. What about the fuck if he really loved me? What about that? Don't fucking come to me with that if you really love him. Because I did a whole bunch of shit based off of love. I did so much shit. Now I look back in retrospect, this whole shit was one motherfucking side. This whole fucking relationship rolled off of my motherfucking back. See, let me tell y'all something, some real shit. You gotta analyze when you really too good for shit. So much times I kept downgrading myself. Real shit, real shit. Listen, I'm talking spirit to spirit now. I done downgraded who I was. I would dim my light because I kept saying, I'm not better than this person. I'm not better than that person. I can't act like I'm better. Nah. Stop normalizing shit when you know what it really fucking is. When you know you too good for a motherfucking situation, hold your fucking head up and hold that shit. It's all right. It's all right, baby, because the universe is showing you, she laying it out for you, that this is no longer for you, baby. I'm taking you somewhere. And whoever, they can't go with you, unfortunately. They can't. I ain't got it set up that way. I still don't think that I'm better than Mr. Jeter, but I'm better than what the fuck he was giving me. I'm not settling for that shit. I'm not settling for that. I don't fucking have to. Even if it means I gotta be by myself. I got too much people loving on me for me to feel alone. I don't feel alone. I could pick up my motherfucking phone, now. I could pick up my motherfucking phone right now and call Pebbles. I could pick up my phone right now and call my sister Tamiko. I could pick up my phone right now and call my sister Gemini. I can call whoever the fuck if I'm feeling so motherfucking alone. And on some real shit, let's keep it a buck. We all got niggas we could call, but we don't want to be with them niggas, so we don't call them. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even have to do nothing with a nigga. You already got niggas lined up on fucking standby because niggas be trying to fuck with you just off the basis of who the fuck you are, who you became. Another man could look at you and be like, yo, that's a real fucking woman right there, and be attracted. Somebody you know could be like, yo, that bitch is fly. She always been fly. I'm attracted. So you could call them if you want. See, that the real shit is that's not who we want. That's not who we want. We want who we want. I'm not settling. I'm not going back to that. That motherfucker had a year. And I never put a time limit on it. I didn't put a time limit on it. I just kept saying, you know what, he got to get adjusted. He got to get adjusted. And I kept trying to condition an environment to make it easier on him to get adjusted. I had stayed in that motherfucking apartment in Brooklyn for 10 years. And I'm not talking about Decatur when he first left in 2007. But let's count that too. I moved to Rockaway Avenue in Ocean Hill, like I said. I kept that apartment all these motherfucking years. And all these motherfucking years that I was doing what I needed to do, I always knew that I was in a position to purchase a home. But I didn't want to do it because I was saying, you know what? I'm waiting for my man. So instead, what I did was I continued to save for the purchase of the home, but I bought him everything that I thought that he would need to help get a jump start. I never wanted him to worry about certain things, from underwear to soap to all the cosmetics to basic clothing, which I would say basic clothing, a roof over. I never wanted him to worry about them things because I felt like as a Black woman, if I take care of the basics, then all you got to do is align yourself and you're going to be good. Your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit. You're going to get back in tune with the Creator. You're going to rebuild the relationships that was fucked up in your absence with your brothers, with your mom, with your wife, with your sons. You're going to be able to do all of that shit because I'm going to set this shit up so, baby, all you got to do is coast. Because way back when I went to God and we made an arrangement, he told me, I'm going to give you what you need to take care of your kids. He never told me that I would be blessed to be able to hold everything down, make sure everything good and everybody good. You know what I'm saying? And so that came with my frame of mind, with my heart, and with the blessings of the Creator. And so I built this space. We in this space. And now they're not here in this space. You're not here in this motherfucking space because you chose not to be. You chose not to be. But I got tired of you choosing every other fucking thing but me. I got tired of that nigga choosing everything but me. And so here I am right now in my fucking robe, fresh out of the shower, nice and relaxed, having to sit because it's Sunday. Doing my live. I kept choosing him. I kept choosing him. I kept choosing him. I kept choosing him. And the nigga never chose me. 13 years ago, you left me. 13 years later, you left me again. I'll be a motherfucking fool to allow you to keep leaving me. I'm not built like that. I love myself too much. I tried it. It didn't work. It's okay. It don't have to work. Wherever the universe is taking me now, I'm willing to go. Minus you. Peace and blessings, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for being my ear. While I process all this shit. It's okay to cry. I don't have to hold everything in to show my strength. I can let it out sometime. And I do. And I will. Always. Right. So with that being said, I want to wish y'all a happy Sunday. It's been an hour. I done killed enough of y'all time. It's been an hour. I'm gonna get ready and go. I'm going to continue to enjoy my drink and I'm going to relax and prepare for tomorrow because tomorrow is a work day. So I wish y'all a happy Sunday. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. And I hope I did not put too much of a damper on your evening. I hope I didn't change your mood too much. I hope everything is good with y'all. Peace and blessings to y'all. I wish y'all nothing but love and elevation, baby. Keep elevating. Don't motherfucking stop. Don't motherfucking stop. There's money out there. Figure out your way to get it and get your motherfucking money. Get your spirit up. Get your spirit in alignment, baby. You're going to be blessed. You are blessed. You are. You just got to get into alignment. And even when we loving somebody, if they're not reciprocating that energy, hold on, baby. Hold on. It will be reciprocated. But you need to go through some things in order to release what you love so that what loves you can come in. All right. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys. I love you and I see y'all next time. When I go live, y'all subscribe so you'll know. Later.